I welcome you to today's lesson. My name is Paul Williams of Virginia. Paul Williams of Virginia. Today we have science. Science for basic 3. So if you're in basic 3, today's lesson is for you. Okay, so we are looking at strand 4. Strand 4. Forces and energy. All of you, forces and energy. So under strand 4, we are looking at substrand 1, that is sources and forms of energy. Sources and forms of energy. Let's come to the indicator. Know that light is a form of energy. Know that light is a form of energy. So today's lesson is about light. Today's lesson is about what? Light. So we are going to look at light as a form of what? Energy. Okay, so the key words that we will see in the book, the first one is what? Energy. All of you, energy. Again, energy. What is energy? We have learned that energy is the ability to do work. Energy is the ability to what? To do work. The next one is what? Lightning. Lightning. All of you, lightning. Lightning. Very good. So this thing happens when it's raining. When it is raining, you see some flashes of light in the sky happens mostly. So we call it what? Lightning. As we move on, you get to know what I'm talking about. The next word is what? Cheapest. All of you, cheapest. Cheapest. Cheapest means that the price, it is not expensive. If something is cheap, it means it is not what? Expensive. You pay just little amount of money for that particular thing. Okay, so cheapest. Cheapest. Okay, so this is cheapest. This is what? Reflects. All of you, reflect. Okay, so we learned in our previous lesson that the moon does not produce light, but rather it reflects light. It throws back light. And so reflect means to redirect something, to throw back something. Okay. The next word is what? Vitamin. All of you, vitamin. Again, vitamin. So vitamin 2, we have seen this word before, and I explained to you that vitamin is something that the body needs, human body, we need. We need vitamins for us to grow healthy. So we get vitamins from food that we eat, and we get vitamin 2 from the sun. So that is what you should know. So these are the words or key words that we are going to see, and I believe you can pronounce them. Energy, lightning, cheapest, reflect, and what? Vitamin. Now, what is our topic for today? Light as a form of energy. All of you, light as a form of energy. So today we are looking at light. We are looking at light as a form of what? Energy. Is light a form of energy? I don't know if you understand the question, but I believe at the end of the lesson you'll be able to tell that yes, indeed, light is what? A form of energy. Now let's look at what we have here. All living things need light. Humans and animals can see because of what? Light. Plants make their own food because of what? Light. We cannot work without light because light is a form of energy and it helps us to do work. So we are saying that all living things, if I say all living things, I'm talking about human beings, I'm talking about animals, I'm talking about plants. All living things need light. Human beings, we need light. Animals need light. Plants also what? Need light. Plants use the light to prepare what? Its own food, what we call photosynthesis. Animals also need light. Yes, animals move from one place to another place and they use light, or they see because of what? Light. Human beings, we also need light to do so many things. In the evening, if you are doing your homework and the light goes out, what happens? You will not be able to see, so you will not be able to do your homework. So light is very important and we all use what? Light. Now let's look at these pictures and tell what they do. Now we are going to look at these pictures and tell what these pictures do. what we use them for, what we get from them. Okay, so the first one is this. What do you think this picture is? Okay, let me scroll up. Yes, this is what? The sun. This is the sun. What does the sun do? The sun provides what? Light. The sun gives us what? Light. So the sun what? Provide light for us, and we use the light to do so many things. We are able to see, we are able to dry our things, we are able to do so many things because of what? The sun. Okay, let's look at the next picture. What is this? We see this in our rooms, we see this in our workplaces and in our schools. So this is what? Bulb. Electric what? Bulb. Electric bulb. So this is what we call what? Electric what? Bulb. And what work does it do? This thing also what? Provides or gives what? Light. This gives us what? Light. If this is not functioning, you turn on your plug, and still the light will not what? Come. So this is what we use in our rooms when we need what? Light. Okay, let me see. There is another one here. This is very common. This is very common. What is the name of this? Okay, so let me scroll up. The name is what? Torch. 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 So we get light from where? Torch or flashlight. We get light from torch or where? Flash what? Light. So this is another picture. So you have seen three pictures: the sun, the electric bulb, and what? The torch. Now let's go back, move to the next. There's another picture here. Glowworm. This is an insect. This is an insect. Mostly they produce light in the night. You can find them in bushes, in places where there are trees and what? Plants. So this animal in the night, you see them what? Producing what? Light. So they also give light. There is another one here. We call it firefly. Firefly. So it is also an animal that also what? Gives what? Light. It's an animal that produces what? Light. Okay. Now look at this. At what time do we see this? We see this when it is raining. When it's raining heavily, and we call it what? Lightning. 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 Mostly it goes with thunder. It goes with thunder. So this thing also is a form of what? Light, or is a way where, or a way that we see light. If this thing happens, you see that the whole sky will be brightened. Sometimes it is not easy to just watch this thing with your eyes, and it comes like a flash and then it vanishes and you will not see it again. So this is what? Lightning. It's a form of what? Light that we have. Now the next one is this. This is not common these days. At first, this thing was so common. You see them, or we use them in the night. We use it anytime we want what? Light. And what is the name? The name is lantern or lantern. Okay, so this is what? Lantern. You put kerosene here, and then the cotton is here. You just strike your matches and then it lights up for you. Then you get your light. The next one is also here. We see this in the night. What do you think this is? This is what? So these are stars. The stars. We see the stars in the night. So the stars also give us what? Light. Now let's go to the next one. The name is even here. Candle. All of you, candle. So this is how candle looks like. So we also use candle to give us what? Light. Okay. Now we have seen pictures here. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And all these pictures, what they do is that they give light. They give us what? Light. They produce light. So if you are asked to tell what these pictures or these objects do, all they do is that they give us what? Light. They give us light, or we get light from these objects. Now let's continue. So there is an activity here. The focus is light helps us to see. We are going to do this activity and then also get to know whether it is true that light helps us to what? To see. Now, things that we will need. We will need torch, electric bulb, and what? Black clothes. And how are you going to do this thing? So let's start. Number one. Before that, can you see all your classmates in the classroom? I don't know whether you are watching me from the classroom. So wherever you are watching me from, that place, that room, can you see the people over there? Okay. Now, number one, close all the windows and the doors. So what you should do is that close all windows and the doors. Cover the windows and the doors with what? Black cloth to prevent light from entering the room. So when you close all windows and doors, ensure that there is no way light from outside can what? Come into what? The room. The next one is that, do you see all your classmates? So when you do that, tell me, after you have closed all windows and doors, the light, everything is off, I'll check whether you can see those or everything that you have in your room. Check whether you can see of them. Now, turn on the electric bulb or torch light. So after that, go back and then turn on the light. And let's see what will happen. Do you see all the things or all your classmates? Yes. So you share the experience and your observation. You share what your observation with your friends. Now, when the light was on, and when the light was turned off, there was what? A difference. There was a difference. So share your experience. Let's look at what we have here. When the windows and the doors were opened, there was light from what? The sun, and all classmates could be what? Seen. When the windows and the doors were closed and covered with black cloth, there was darkness, and classmates could not be what? Seen. So the electric bulb or the torch gave light again, and this shows that we cannot see if there is no what? Light. So what we did shows that if there is no light, there is no way what? We can see. So light help us what? To see. Light help us to see. In the night when you wake up and there is light out, there is light out, the bulb is not working, there is nothing in the night, you see that you struggle before you can move from one point to another, because you fear that you fall, you trip over, you hit your legs with something, and then you fall. So without light, it will be very difficult for us to what? To see. Without light, it will be very difficult for us to see. Now we are looking at what? Sources of light. All of you, sources of light. What is it at all when you say sources of light? Sources of light means where we get light from. Where you get light. If you want light, where do you get light? Where you get light from is what we call what? Source or sources of what? Light. Okay. So we get light from the sun, electric bulbs, candle, lantern, lightning, firefly, glowworm, stars, torch, etc. So we have natural sources of light and artificial or man-made sources of light. So we are saying that the things that we mentioned, the pictures that we saw, they are the things that give us light. So they are the what? The sources of what? Light. And these things that we saw, some are man-made, some are also natural. Natural means that they were created by God, or they were what? Created by nature. Man-made also means that they are artificial. They are the ones that human beings, we sat down, we planned, and then we what? We developed, or we did. So if you come to this side, the sun, no human being can create the sun. It's a natural what? Source of light. Electric bulb, yes, this one, it's not God who created it. Yes, so human beings, we create or we make what? Electric bulb. So this is artificial or man-made. This is also what? Artificial or man-made, because torchlight, even you can what? Do something to provide or make what? Something like torchlight. grow worm. This is an animal. No human being can create an animal. So this is a natural source of what? Light. This is also animal. It's a natural source of light. This is lightning. This thing happens when it is raining. So it happens in the sky. There is no way human being can cause this thing to happen. So this is what? A natural source of what? Light. When you come here, this thing, yes, is man-made or artificial, because human beings make what? Lantern. This is what? We have stars here. The stars are in the sky. In the night we see the stars. So this is also what? Made by nature or by God. The next one is what? Candle. As for candle, you know them. Yes, candles are also what? Man-made. Candles are what? Man-made. So if you compare the man-made and then what? The natural ones. All the man-made, before you get them, you pay money for. But the natural ones, you don't pay money for. We buy lantern, we buy candle, but we don't buy stars. Do we buy stars? No. So for you to know the difference, the ones that are made by human beings, we pay for. The ones that are made by nature or by God, we don't pay for. Now look at this: grow worm and what? Firefly, grow worm, firefly, and lightning. All these things happen, they give light, alright, but we don't pay for these ones. When you come here, the sun, yes, we enjoy the sun and we don't pay for. When you come to this side too, we have electric bulb, we have torchlight. If you go to the shop right now and you want this thing, you have to pay for. If you want this one to what, you have to what? Pay for. So these are the things that you should know. We have natural sources of light and artificial sources of light. Let's go back. Now, sources of light, we have seen what sources of light is, where we get light from. That is the sources of light. And we are saying that the sources of light are grouped into two: those that are created by man or made by man, and those that are created by nature or God. So natural sources of light, the sun, lightning, firefly, glowworm, stars, all these are natural. They are made by God. They are not made by human beings. Okay, so artificial source of light. Artificial means that they are made by what? Human being. They are made by human beings. And these are examples. We have electric bulb, candle, torch, lantern. So these are also what? Sources of light that we get, but they are made by who? Human beings. So we call them what? Artificial sources of what? Light. So at this point, I want you to know that yes, light is a form of what? Energy, because light helps us to do work. Light enables us to what? Perform so many things. So we are saying that light is a form of what? Energy. And there are different ways or sources where we can what? Get light. The sources of light, I said that we have natural sources of light and then artificial sources of light. Natural sources of light are the ones that are made by nature or by God. And even when we use it, we don't pay for. We don't pay before we use them. And even after using it, we don't still what? Pay for. Like the sun, like the stars, like the firefly. When lightning happens, when it is raining and there is lightning, we don't pay for all these forms of what? Light. But the natural, the artificial one, or the ones made by human beings, we pay for. We pay for. So you can't go to any shop and tell them that you want torchlight. They should give it to you without paying. You have to pay for. Candle, we pay for. Lantern, you pay for. And then what else? Electric bulb, we pay for. So these ones are made by human beings and we pay for all of them. Let's continue. We are looking at the importance of what? Importance of light on earth. Importance of light on earth. So the light that we have, whether natural or artificial, are they important to us? Are they useful? So let's look at them. One, light is a source of energy that helps humans and animals to see. So humans and animals are able to see because of what? Light. So we say light is what? A form of what? Energy. When you see, we do something. When you see, we are able to work. Okay. Two, light helps plants to make their own food, photosynthesis. As for this, I've been mentioning it all the time, that plants make their own food, and the process by which they make their own food is called what? Photosynthesis. Without light, there is no way plant can make its own food. So plants can survive, can live, get food, all because of what? Light. Okay. Natural light, like the sun, gives vitamin D to our bodies. So vitamin D comes from where? The sun. Vitamin D comes from the sun, not candle, not lantern, not electric bulb. Vitamin D comes from where? The sun, and it's very good for our health. Human beings, our bones and our teeth, if we want them to be strong and healthy, we need what? Vitamin D, which is from what? The sun. Okay. The next one is that humans, animals, and plants get energy from what? Light. So we are saying that the energy that we need, we get it from where? Light. Okay. This question. What do you think will happen if there was no light on earth? The day your mother gave birth to you, if from that time up to today, there was no light, what do you think will happen? Or if the light stops from today, so the day we will all die, what do you think will happen? You will not see light again. So let's see what will happen if there was no light. Number one, humans and animals will go blind. So because we cannot see, you go blind. Yes, you go blind because we cannot see. Two, plants will die because they will not be able to make their own food. Yes, if you don't eat, you will die. Human beings, if you don't eat, you will die. Animals too need food. So how do they get food? They get food with the use of what? Light. So if there is no light, they will not get food and they will also what? Die. Humans and animals get food from plants. So if plants die, then human and animals will also what? Die. So before you eat, you have to rely on plants. So if plants are dying, or if all plants have died, where are you going to get your food? You will not get any source of food. And what will happen is that you also what? Die. The next one, there will be total darkness on earth. There will be what? Total darkness on what? On earth. So if the light, or there is no light everywhere, there will be total darkness and no activity can happen because you can't move from the comfort of your room to any other place to work. I hope you get it. So at this point, I want you to know that light is so important. Light is so important. Okay. Important things to note. So all the things that we have learned, there are some things that are so important that you need to know them. Okay, so we are saying that the moon is not a source of light. When we were looking at sources of light, we didn't mention the moon. We did not mention the moon because it is not a source of light. Sources of light are the things that are able to generate or produce their own what? Light. They are able to generate or produce their own what? Light. So the moon is not a source of light because it is not able to produce its own light. Now, it does not produce its own light, but it reflects the light from the sun. Yes, so the light from the sun is being reflected by the what? The moon. The moon reflects the light from the sun. It throws it back to the planet Earth. So you think that, oh, because the moon is what? Reflecting it, the moon is what? Giving us light. No, the moon doesn't produce its own light. Okay. The sun is the major source of light on earth. So all the sources of light that we have on earth, being it natural or artificial, the one that is the biggest, the one that is the main one or the major one is what? The sun. So the sun is the major source of what? Light on the planet. So if the sun is not there, all other sources of light, in fact, we have to pay more. We will pay more, and there is no way we can even have money to pay for those things. As for the sun, it is what? The major or the main source of what? Light on earth. Okay, so the next one that you should also know is that the biggest source of energy on earth is what? The sun. So there are two things that you should know. The sun is the biggest source of energy, at the same time the biggest source of what? Light. Or the major source of what? Light. The major source of light, the major source of what? Energy. Okay, so the sun is the cheapest and most common, and the most common what? Source of what? Light energy on the planet. So as for the sun, we don't pay for. It's the cheapest. All the sources of light is the cheapest. Yes, it's the cheapest. It is used to, get light through this solar panel and other things. For the sun, we don't pay for the light that we get from it. Okay, now we are coming to the end of our lesson. What we are saying is that light is a form of energy that helps us to what? To see. We are able to see because of light. So we are saying that light is a form of what? Energy. Without light on earth, there will be no life. Note that without light, no life will be seen on earth. No living thing will be seen on what? On earth. Okay, so there are natural and artificial sources of light. The sun is the biggest and the most common natural source of light on earth. So today we have learned about the sun. We have learned about light. We have learned about sources of what? Light. And we are saying that there are different sources of light. Some are natural, some are artificial. Light helps us to what? To see. If there is no light on earth, all living things will what? Will die, because we get food from plants. Plant also uses this light to make its own food. So if there is no light, plants will not be able to make its own food, and plants will die. Because we also depend on plant. If plant is not there, we too, we will suffer, and at the end of the day, we will die. So it is important to protect our plants, and then we also make good use of the sources of what? Light. Okay, so that is the end of our lesson. Now we have exercises here. We have exercise 1, 5 questions. Exercise 2, this is what? Answer these riddles. So very interesting questions. Get your book and then try to answer all of them. Exercise 3 is here. This one, you have to state whether it is true or false. For example, number 1, light is a form of energy. True or false? Light travels in a curved path. True or false? So these are simple questions that you can what? Answer. Question or exercise 5 is here. We have home assignment 1, home assignment 2. Home assignment 2, draw and color one example of these. So 1, natural source of light. Just give one example, draw it and then color. Number 2 is what? Artificial source of light. You know them. Now, home assignment 1. Explain to your friends why all living things will die if the sun stops producing or stops giving what? Light forever. So if the sun stops giving light forever, explain to your friends why all living things will die. So this is a typical practical question. So take your time, read the book and answer all the questions. If you have questions too for me, just go to the comment section and leave your questions there. I'll attend to your questions. If there is something that you want to make more inquiries, you just reach out to us. You can consult your class teacher, or class teacher will assist you. My name is Paul Williams Ofori. Make sure you share the link with your friends and all your loved ones.